Man, my phone died, or my phone had died. There was only a little battery left. So I came to over here just to come charge my phone. And this ain't a game, but I'm going to tell you something straight up. You see, China, let me explain something that I was finished explaining to you, China, on the last video I just made. It's still what? Today's what? February 3rd 2019? Listen, 2562. Listen, let me show you how real situations are, right? This is Sunday. It's Sunday right now. I got to make sure the date and time. The 2019. Top of it, yo, certain people should have like an early Christmas because of me a certain type of way. But to other people, I don't know what to tell you. I meant to tell you, certain empresses or certain, back in the days how they used to say, yo, you have maidens, you have housemaids, you have concubines. I'm gonna just tell certain empresses, especially of the elements, you better continue working. Don't end up stupid like everybody else, fucking up the reason of your existence and work. Hold on a second. Trying to be funny in their physics, trying to get away from people out there that just fucked up. Let me tell you something. You better, to your element empresses, better continue working. The reason why I tell you this, or you elements, you checks, or you maidens, you whatever you were learning under the empress that was watching certain, you maidens, you concubines, you whatever your situation is. You know why I tell you work your economic system? Because if you're already part of the physics of the economic system, you better continue working. Then another person will kill you if you don't. So I'll just tell you straight up. The reason why I'll tell you keep working because it's like if somebody gonna lessen your consciousness of social economics, don't end up stupid because another person want to be stupid. It's like having value for yourself and not working your own value for yourself. Especially when you learn the element physics. So be careful of other stupid people and shit. And they only of your habitation. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Wait, are you in the same class as Red?
So, because Eve comes down to the physics and science, even dealing on celestial Earth with cellular activity, especially when it comes to anatomy and matter, because it just generated higher forms of cellular structure. So this is why it's called matter. But I'm gonna tell you like this, especially when you learn an element science, some of you doing martial arts or whatever, I'm gonna tell you just like this. It's just like working the consciousness of the rejuvenation of the revenue of your currency of your physical reality. So don't end up stupid if a person just wants you sitting somewhere not doing something a certain type of way. Don't make a person eliminate your social economic element of yourself just because the fact is they don't want to pay you or have you have a form of value when it comes to self-defense or martial arts, you know?
Well, it's hard. No, not ours. What do you call it? Run out. Where did I get those? Stop. You're not getting it.
Stop. Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna just tell you straight up and down, be careful of other people that try to manipulate the physics of the physical reality because other people learn element science to know what I'm gonna say at a certain time because look at where I'm at making a recording also. It's called is a wonderful place, but I'm still making a documentary, but another person will wonder about certain things a certain type of way. And I tell an individual, be careful because another individual just wanted to manipulate the physical reality, knowing certain things a certain type of way, especially when it comes to element light or light frequencies of anatomy. So I'm gonna just tell you just like this, especially if you have a social economics, if you're a concubine, maiden, whatever you are. So I'm gonna tell you of the Empress. just like you're refining your own habitation a certain type of way when it comes to the reason of the quality of one's social habitation, same thing of even your work ethics to your physical reality, your consciousness, because you have to do something to be able to maintain your physical reality when it comes to value, revenue of even your physical. So just I'm just being real with you, so be very careful. It's just like China. You see the other individuals that sex China, I told you about their purity. It's just like a person gonna argue with her. If she was a celestial empress or in a celestial, who's gonna argue with her trying to do their own thing a certain type of way? After a while, it's a person that if they're not me and they're not her, I'm her soulmate, but if they're not me, that's a person that's just diminishing her physical reality if something happens a certain type of way, because she got to think about how real situations is another type of way, because a person diminishing her reality is going to be lesser than her in the physical. So I'm just being real with you, depending on the situation. So if a person already trying to manipulate her, it's gonna be a certain type of situation. So you gotta be very careful, because you even got men that's not happy with the things I'm telling people, because they had malicious intent already wanting to do wrong because of their habit of their current reality of wanting certain type of things. And this is why even China, I told her she should have watched people taking her to gambling. You see how people want to take you and want to go gambling all day? Like, oh, let's go gambling. A person already telling you, losing you a certain type of way in the physical reality that you were doing something. You're just going to end up a freezer in a jukebox. A person showing you early signs of physics before certain things happen. So I just be real with you. So if you have people thinking they're gonna manipulate the physical reality, I don't trust nobody. I'll be real with you. So it's whatever. Man. You already know how I do. So once other people think in a paradigm of time they're doing certain things a certain way, you got another surprise come, because I'm telling you that'll be endless a certain type of way. But I'm gonna just tell you how real this is. I'm. It's just like I told China. Is somebody takes her gambling, an early sign to show her how real the situation is in physics, they're gonna be wanting to take away her value. If she already gave out value, and then you see another person taking her somewhere, wasting value just to do something stupid a certain type of way, and it's not even any form of nourishment, because a person giving you value, saying they're losing themselves inside of you, that's like a person putting assassinating, hitting on a certain type of way, especially if they're losing certain things or they're just trying to show you. You got to be very careful with the physics other people do. But, I try to warn China, but Asia, I tell you, man, China made chicken wing, man. Too bad for her. The other day, I ordered some food. They put mushrooms in my shit, like some alien penis mushroom. I looked at it, I was like, yo, don't blame me for saying cock was in your mouth and shit. Everybody gonna still know the difference, because I don't eat mushrooms. So that shit shouldn't have never been in my food in the first place. And that's just showing another person that you just didn't care. That's it. And in the individual, I still remember the physics to tell an individual in the paradigm of time. So another person can't even say they didn't know the education. So another person being reckless, saying all type of things, they just did it to themselves. They had nothing to do with me. Because a person to wonder what happened, too bad for them. And I'm just being real with you, so I don't even give a fuck what another person want to say, because I'm just telling you that's just the reality of the physics. Because it's just like a person going in your habitation wanting to do structure. They building, they fucking you up, because they're not the person that made you. So how are they building anything? That's a person already less than you that's going to demoralize you. Where you think the gunshot going to come from at a time? You thought you were happy? That's like an assassin already burying you a certain type of way, and it wasn't me, the soulmate of your physical reality. So that's stupid. That's what you call stupid. But I don't mind. You have fun, do whatever you're doing in your life. I'm a man. I already told you early Christmas. Good for you, because I gotta save my habitation in a way for if something happens, it doesn't affect my physics, because another person if something happens, another person, you did it to yourself. So I don't have to worry about the consequences of certain things, because I know I secured myself and took care of myself. So something happens, it won't be me. It'll be somebody else's stupidity that did something else. That's it. But too bad, Asia. Yo, AIsA, be careful, man. You know, you don't let don't let your pussy smell like stink tiger panther or something, or panther smell good if it's white panther or blue panther. But if it's tiger and all type of lion and all type of wild one or king of jungle, some Will Smith situation, all type of shit, be careful because think about your point of your reality to the reason of your higher empress of even your guidance at the time. Why would person put stink emotions or wild emotions there and then they'll be fucking you up? So be very careful of certain things. I'm just telling you how real the situation is because another person, it won't even warn you to tell you because even if you're in China or Asia and you're thinking about the point of enlightenment and then you have your conscious to your higher empress of her conscious guiding you a certain type of way when you know what's going on in the higher reality, even the spiritual guardian guide. If somebody puts wild emotions around you, what are they really trying to do to you at the time? So be very careful and stuff. A person can have an excuse only to a time being because where is the education to their physics or what they're really supposed to be doing or what did they want to do? So did they care about? It's just like being a part of legacy and lineage. You gotta work a certain type of way. And if a person that's not working and not doing something to think for their quality, where's the rejuvenation to their physical? So what are they doing to themselves? It's just like I told you, other people on their own. My children got their own planets. If they thought they were doing something, they're not supposed to fuck up their habitation because once they think they're doing something, how do they depress themselves? It's because the fact is they already failed themselves, so it's gonna show in their physics and the mythology when they're doing their filter. This is why you have a vacuum.
What is this?
Cover baby.
Mom, what is this? What do you do with it?
Don't waste your time with it. Don't put your balls in something that ain't doing nothing, that ain't worth nothing a certain type of way. Don't confuse yourself and wonder why your physical reality is going on and why it's turned into more depression because it's not supposed to be something you with even at a level. It's just like I tell my children, if you're on your planet, even on a level, you're supposed to even have a certain type of person because you have to be able to see what's more than you handle in a situation. You go lower than that, you ain't gonna see. It's like manipulating. It's like being my child and you telling somebody go check up on me and they creep up on me while I'm sleeping. Who the fuck you thought was gonna murder you? It's the same person that tried to creep up on. That's the same person gonna murder you. The same thing I told a caretaker. If you're doing mythology, metaphysics, opening doors, all type of secrecy, and then or magic, and then you send somebody to come check on me and they creep up on me, and then the biohazard chemistry after you do your magic somewhere loose out there because some people enter in and out the atmosphere. You gotta find it. If that shit looking for something, and then I'm walking around like you ever remember the pressure point to the ears like my other son walking around like nothing cares and like where's the security for myself, and then that situation is trying to recognize certain things and it sees everything a certain type of way, and then you don't even know when it's seen everything a certain type of way. What do you think is gonna happen to you? It's just like once it creep up on me. Like last night I was sleeping, I heard something crazy. I was like, what the fuck? It sounded like a snake that's Hercules. I had to show how Hercules how to tie it up. And the next thing you know, I'm like, yo, imagine that somebody else will be sleeping. They ain't gonna have the same type of. You ain't gonna be able to do the same thing I did because another person. It's just like don't let your biohazard chem. It's like the girl upstairs. I'm hearing the niggas upstairs. I'm hearing them bang. It's like they were dropping bricks or fucking cement on the floor. I'm like, yo, I don't want to feel your vibration to your fucked up girl. Yo, listen, man. I was like, yo, I don't care. It don't bother me. But it's just like another person doesn't realize what they're doing to themselves because nobody gonna blame me for their stupidity. So I'm over here. I'm telling individuals it's like if your chemistry or the physical reality of your mythology fucking you up, what's gonna happen to you? Because if that situation comes and recognizes me and creeps up on me, it's gonna easily creep up on you. It's just like a person going in the economic system. My caretakers are saying they're gonna go tunnel someplace and they're gonna invite my caretakers over, come check. That's when they kill it. Yo, listen, my nigga. Yo, listen. Don't have people coming thinking they're gonna take something or try to intrude on land and doing their own thing when it comes to physical reality, and then wonder what happened to you at the time. The longer it goes, the longer the match. It's just like an empress with her concubines of other wives I had. If you're not working, what fuck is gonna happen to you? Another person gonna tell you, you're supposed to live comfortable, so and so. Or yeah, they don't want to see the empress. They want you to be in a coffin. They want you in a coffin and just real comfortable where you don't even gotta worry about rejuvenating or thinking what's going on and stuff. Don't make somebody make you stupid and shit and then complain what happened. What happened? What the fuck happened with you and shit? You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. I don't got time for all type of stupid people wondering what happened and stuff like that. China is somebody digging in your planet on your land and shit. They killing you. If they trying to manipulate you, having fun, taking you shopping, so and so, it's like paying for your assassin and then they wearing you out and knowing that they got this situation covered, especially if it's not me. I'm just telling you what it is, literal physics. My children, if you're on your planet and then you wondering you trying to rebuild structures and do more than what you're supposed to be doing and you're not the caretakers, certain type of way, another person has to shut their mouth because they already got handled. But I'm gonna just be real. It's just like if a person already it's like a caretaker. You already on your planet, and then you wondering what your depression causing your cigarettes, your depression, or wanting you to go some other places and wondering what's happening. Because if you aggravating yourself and disrespecting your consciousness, your purity of your social economics, of your own habitations, the reason of your enlightenment, down to your consecration. And if you try to do more than what is already was your guidance and set up as a structure for yourself, don't end up wondering why you killed yourself or wonder why a person coming out in a mythology of physics you thinking is okay and it's just causing your depression or your reality because the more you conscious thoughts you have are going against the reason of your existence, me and your mother that made you, the more your conscious is already kill you in the physical reality, even as you reflect, even as a form of comfort to your physical and wondering what's causing your depression and reality. Check the physics, be educated and don't be stupid. But that's all I'm gonna tell you. Another person, I just tell them shut up a certain type of way because the stupidity of their reality and stuff. But that's a person that's already just trying to kill a parent and they just don't even care. And then it's just like my wife, the empress, and realizing who's trying to kill her ahead of time. She shows certain people signs. And then other people just so and so wondering about certain things. Well, sometimes she might be so nice with certain things that she just, I already know what's going on with myself. I know how to conduct myself, so I don't worry about certain things. But I'm a person of education, so I'm not stupid, so I don't care. But another person, be very careful and stuff because your Betty Boos in them, your Betty Bruises in them that came out, they were the one night stand and stuff. Because driving around opening your legs for money ain't fucking work. That's distinct emotions of habitations, of frustration, of stupidity. The real empress of her body wondering what's killing her. I don't know where your pimples are at. I don't know where your pimples on your body that's looking like you, that says your heart. I don't know what they cause to yourself. I warned you about these type of situations. So, you think about what's gonna your homecoming, or you think about you coming home like if you were some gang and shit. You think about how you gonna be going home and shit. Oh man, wow. But yeah, man, good luck. Some of y'all niggas when you're reflecting and you be mad. You ever seen a nigga at a time? I tell a nigga, in mythology, metaphysics, magic, be careful when you mad at yourself. Because when you mad at yourself and you get at yourself, it's just like, it's like being mad at yourself. When is it gonna manifest to your mythology, metaphysics, to the magic, even when you're doing your filter of your mythology or your magic? Even when you gotta clean yourself. It's just like taking a shower. When is it gonna manifest and be around? You think you're gonna be comfortable, you're gonna conquer it? If you already did wrong to yourself, how frustrating is that situation gonna be? That's just gonna be like an endless, like, oh my God. And then I don't got nothing to tell you. It's just like, after that, don't let somebody else tell you, oh, this had if they don't care, if a person doesn't care about their physical reality, especially if they're empress, then my nigga. I tell the caretakers, listen, man. My wife has. I don't know what head busts her. I don't know how she gonna end up dead, because she don't care. So that already will happen. If a person doesn't care enough to control their habitation to their physical, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm gonna just tell you just like this. See me? It don't matter. It love one. I don't care. Another person, they do all type of things, trying to be creepy, doing all funny things. You got people walking around me. We're in a place where people just wasting money playing video games. Certain nourishment, and other people just wasting their life away. You know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm value of all physical reality, of all solar systems, or planets, or galaxies, or moons, or suns. And I'm the real Ra, the real Osiris. So somebody wasting your value and they losing, they're already losing their whole house same time. It don't even matter. So I'm just telling you right now, you bet. It's just like if I'm around and you losing value, that means yo, listen. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how all y'all gonna die at the time. You know, it's like you ever see a man walk in the building and everybody, yo, you can't play video games. You gotta go do something else. Another person want to play video. Oh yeah, hey, go ahead. Cadeau, cadeau, right? Word, right? Wow. So you know, to my other sons out there, think about your physics, think about your reflection. Don't try to get into too much if you're not about situation, because you already have somebody of your star tree that's about a certain type of situation. Don't get into too much, because don't complicate your situation even more, because it don't make no sense finger popping yourself or jerking off too much like you caused already. That happens. Because this morning, I don't know, last night I was feeling such a horror emotion. I was like, damn. It's like I had to relieve myself. It felt like the piss wasn't enough. I said, yo, probably the chick I'm saying, probably the people just want to kill people and they just want to see it come out so they could push it out and get rid of it in the reality and stuff. And I'm a person of ready value. I don't got time to waste. But hey, in a way, in physics, look where I'm at though. So you think about that. So you know, don't be a cannibal neither, because another person's worried of what could save their life at a time, or what they already think about it in a form of reflection. If you, it's like being with a little child. If you done wasted your time and done condition another person, how you gonna blame a little child for doing something already? That means a person. Hold on. Listen to this. If a person conditions a child in a paradigm of time, right, and then they go waste time themselves, how are you gonna blame that child for wasting time if they already did it? So what caused their guidance already to cause something like that? So what is that person gonna do for their own responsibility to correct it now?
I don't know.
You know, I'm gonna be real with you, because if a person needs to know the difference and the importance of reality, there's a reason of one's etiquette, of one's physics. But it doesn't make no sense if one just wants to be brutal, because in a point of reflection, how you treating yourself already. So how do you know, how you ever complain to your parents, I wanted to be loved, you ain't do this and that, and then a man looks at you and says, how did you reflect on yourself at the time? Did you really love me and your mother? Did you do something a certain type of way to make sure everything would have been right all the way to your conscience? You think